Hi there, I'm Michelle.
I'm Jim, and we are
A Teague of Your Own. Welcome to another Motivational Monday.
Let's get motivated.
Woo! Yay! It was Thanksgiving last week.
Yes, it was.
And we didn't get fried turkey.
No, we cheated. We went to Cracker Barrel to eat.
They didn't have fried turkey.
They did not have fried turkey. Wasn't like last year. Last year they had fried turkey. Actually, the one we went to, they had full menu. Didn't they? I think they did.
I think they did.
Yeah, and that was over in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We were at our hometown Cracker Barrel, and they had a set meal, and that was it. So they made a bunch of that, and it was not fried turkey.
No.
Turkey.
Yeah.
It was still good, but
if you say so.
It was okay.
No.
But it wasn't fried turkey. No, it wasn't the fried turkey that we were thinking we were going to get.
All right. Thanksgiving's past us, and we're moving into Christmas time.
Yeah, we're in the Christmas season.
We're at the end of November.
Yeah.
This is the time of year where a couple of things happen.
Do tell. What are they?
So this is the time of year where people start moving into holiday mode.
Yeah.
And productivity starts to decline.
It declines for most places,
for some people.
Yes.
And they just kind of, gloss over and do whatever it is that they have to do.
Yep.
That's for some people.
That's for some people.
For other people, they're just like, holy cow, I've got a month left and I'm nowhere near where I'm supposed to be at this point.
I got a month left and I got 3 months work left to do.
And so they go into overdrive.
They kick into hyperdrive, kick in that extra gear. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that tends to be it. Yeah. There's two groups, the ones that they start to shut it down and they slow down and then they just kind of limp into the new year. And then the ones who are just like, oh, golly, I got to get this stuff finished.
Yeah. And we wanted to talk today because you came up with the idea of reflection. And it's important to reflect on what you've accomplished and what's happened. And so, but I was just like, no, it's evaluation. But the reality is that it's both.
It's both.
Any of you who are trainers or instructional designers, you know how important the evaluation part is when you create new curriculum and when you create a brand new training. You have to go back. If you follow Addie, you go back and you evaluate how successful it was, what worked, what didn't work, what would you do differently in the future. And it's the same with yourself and with your business. So this time of the year, while you're reflecting, what worked for me, what were all the good things that happened, what were some of the not so good things that happened. I want you to also evaluate where you are with yourself, where you are with your business. What have you accomplished and what haven't you accomplished? Because you still got time. Right now, if you do that, you still have time.
Right.
You've got over a month until the end of the year. So if you had a goal at the beginning of the year to complete and you're not quite there yet, you still have time.
Right.
That's the good news. The bad news is that time's running out.
The time is running out fast.
And if you're relying on other people to help you, that may not necessarily happen.
They might have checked out already.
Yes. They may be in that group who's just like, it'll happen next year. So you have to evaluate where you are, what's working for you, what isn't working for you. Where have you been successful? Where haven't you been quite so successful? What changes do you need to make? Right. That's what this time of the year is perfect for doing.
And this year you got to be aware of the calendar because it's a little bit different. It's a little bit awkward the way Christmas falls. And so you may want to make sure that you have everything done by about December 22nd. Because Christmas, I believe I'm right on this, Christmas falls on, is it Monday this year?
It's a Monday.
Monday, yeah. So it's a little bit, and really not much is going to happen that week there of Christmas into the new year.
No.
So really you want to shoot for having whatever it is that you got to get done by December 22nd.
Yep. Which means you've got less than a month.
You've got less than a month. So you really need to move it, kick it into gear. And, and when you're going through this process of reflecting and evaluating what you have accomplished, and hopefully you accomplished most of your goals, or if you accomplished all of them, hey,
yay,
bravo for you. Fantastic. Those are the real, go-getters.
Yes, they are.
They made it. Now they got the mashed potatoes. Now they're putting the gravy on top.
And that's the thing, is you can start digging into next year.
That's it. You can start looking at your goals for next year and
start working on
those. And there's no rule that says that you set the goal for you accomplish your goals for this year. You still have time. You set your goals for next year. Add to it. Obviously, you always want to do more than what you did before, and count what you're doing after you make those goals towards your goals for next year. Is there any rule that says you can't do that?
No.
And it's your goals.
Yeah,
you look at it any way you want to.
When we were on the retreat a couple weeks ago for Plan Your Profits in Paradise, we planned for 2024 with the idea of you got a month. You can start working on them now.
Right. Work on it now.
Yeah.
Why wait? Consider this time. Like I said, if you've accomplished what you intended to accomplish for this year, start working on it. Consider that as part of next year. And this way, you got a head start.
Yeah.
You got a head start. But the reality is, you've got a limited amount of time, and that's the key thing there. But going through that process, a big part of it is to be very honest with yourself about it all, because it's not going to do you any good if you're just lying to yourself about it. And understand that for most folks, do most folks actually truly accomplish what they intended to accomplish in a year?
No.
The answer is no. I mean, again, let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
You do have that select group, that select segment that, man, like clockwork, they get it done every single year. But those are the people, they've laid the groundwork for it. They've developed the habits. And they're just used to doing it. And that's what they do. Most people are not like that. We understand. Okay. But if you get close to your goals, you can still feel a sense of accomplishment. And if you, and it may be a case if you manage to accomplish some of them, but not all of them. All right. Should you beat yourself up over that?
No.
It happens. What you do is again, figure out what worked, what didn't. What do I need to do differently? Set your goals for the next year and make adjustments where you need to.
Well, the other thing is one of the things that we talked about, and we did this for Plan Your Profits in Paradise. We talked about using the 12-week year.
Yes.
And in that book, they tell you, if you get 75% of the way, you're good.
You're good. That's it. You don't have to get 100% of the way. I mean, if you can, hey, fantastic. That's what you're aiming for.
And so I want you to look at it this way. If your goal was to get to $100,000 in revenue and you made $75,000, would it be the end of the world?
Probably not.
Especially since you got 1 month left.
Right.
And if you're at that 75,000 right now, you still got a month to chip away at that last $25,000.
Right. Yeah, it's one of the things in our industry is at this point, it's Christmas time, and even though it's mostly personal development, there's still a lot of the folks involved in that industry who are putting out Christmas specials. And we've talked to some folks who've been doing this for a lot longer than us. And they will tell you that a lot of people think, oh, come December, your revenue drops off. No, just the opposite, because they put together those packages and those specials. And in most cases, it's for programs that they're actually going to deliver next year, but to get the payment now.
Yeah, we actually have a Cyber Monday sale going on right now.
Yep.
For the 3-week study we're doing on influence.
Yep.
And $97.
Yep.
So
same thing. And that's something that, it's going to happen, but you can jump in on that right now and get a good deal.
Yeah.
And we can help you in that process of trying to reach your goals.
Yes.
Again, doing that 12-week year, getting off to a fantastic start for the next year. Because that's the other key to it all too, is if you don't want to have to worry so much about what's going on in December, when's a good time to really kick into that high gear to begin with?
January.
If you get off to a fantastic start in January and you keep that momentum going in February and March, that's another thing. Is we know people who they set their goals and they've got a third or sometimes even half of their annual goal accomplished after a few months. And then the idea between the 12-week year is you set that goal and you accomplish that. You do everything that you need to do, looking at each day as if it's actually a week.
Yes.
And getting into that mindset that I've got these 12 weeks and I've got to do this. Mm-hmm. You do that, there's a pretty good chance you can be very successful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The sooner things happen, the better.
Yes. Because that's the other problem. Because the flip side of that, like I said, we got some people that they'll start the year and man, they're off to the races. They go because they know it's a good time, right? Everybody's off for the holidays. They're fresh. They're now open to doing things, and you can get going. But then you got that other group, and this is most people, where they go, okay, I've got these goals and this is why the 12-week year works as opposed to setting annual goals, because they go, okay, I got these goals. This is what I want to accomplish for the year. And, January rolls in and, they're feeling a little bit, I don't know, lazy.
Yeah.
They have an after effect from the holidays. And it's not because they're lazy, but what, that's one of the things that happens with the holidays. A lot of people wind down. Well, that means then come January, you got to wind back up.
Well, and the reality is when you set a goal and you have 12 months to do it, there's no sense of urgency.
Right.
January 1st to do it.
Right. You get into January and you're going, okay,
I got tons of time.
I'll really start to worry about this. I'll worry about it next month, or I'll worry about it the month after that. Or, they get to the middle of the summer and they go, okay, well, maybe I need to start working on this a little bit, but I still got time. And they might start to make some progress, but not the kind of progress that they need. So instead of being in a position where, by the time they get to the end of September, they're 90% of the way to their goals, they're at the opposite end, that they get to September and they're 20% of the way to their goals, which is better to, be 90% of the way there and you've only got 10% left to go, or to be 20% of the way there and you still got 80% left to go. And even though you might finally get that sense of urgency in that last quarter, again, the thing that you always have to remember is the holidays. They come every single year.
Every year without fail.
And basically, it bites about 3 weeks out of your calendar. Least. Yeah, because you got a week for Thanksgiving, because let's face it, Thanksgiving isn't just the Thursday. Yeah. It now is a week. I know when I was teaching, when I first started teaching college, I think we had Thursday and Friday off for Thanksgiving. Or when I was in college and when I first started teaching college, we just had Thursday and Friday. So basically we'd have class on Wednesdays, even though a lot of professors would cancel on Wednesday because most of the kids, they just wouldn't show up. They'd go home. But then it expanded, and now for a lot of schools, it's an entire week off.
And it's that way with businesses.
And it's the way with businesses because they know nothing's going to get accomplished. Yeah. You might get a little bit of stuff done that Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday, everybody's out of there. So that bites a week out of there, and then basically, a week of Christmas and a week of New Year's, and so, that's 3 out of your 52 weeks that are kind of gone, and you've got to plan for that. And so if you can get the bulk of your goals accomplished and bulk of what you need to do accomplished, by the end of September, which is, and if you go with the 12-week year, that's your third 12-week.
Yeah, because the reality is you can accomplish a whole lot more in just a very short amount of time, because you do it every year anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, when I look at Christmas shoppers, and we've talked about this before, look at some Christmas shoppers, and there are some people right now who literally they finished their Christmas shopping like back in August.
Yeah.
August, September timeframe. So everything is now wrapped and underneath the tree, and it's just like Thanksgiving just ended.
Yep, they're done.
They're done.
They're done.
Uh,
They're ready.
Those are the people who understand this concept. They do things all along, and that way they don't have to rush around at the last minute.
Yep.
You have other people who wait until after Thanksgiving, and then they start the Christmas shopping then, and they do a little here, a little there, and by the time that Christmas Eve rolls around, they're done. And then
You have men.
yes. Who Christmas Eve, they're wandering around the mall and they're just
Going,
like,
oh my gosh, what am I going to get them?
And then they end up going to Giant Eagle or Shop and Save and buying gift cards.
Yep. Universal gift. Actually, the more universal gift is cash, but that usually doesn't fly. So I don't know why. A gift card seems to be somewhat acceptable. Cash, a check. So here, go buy what you want. Nope.
It's the same with work.
Yeah.
You have those people who do a little here, a little there, all throughout the year, and by the end of the year, poof, they're the ones that are gliding through the holidays right now.
Yep.
You have others that are just like, ooh, I need to get some stuff done,
Yep.
and they get the stuff done by the time that they get to the last quarter. And then you have others who right now are starting to panic.
Yeah.
Because they realize, holy cow, the year's almost over.
Yeah.
So make it easy on yourself. Go through, like I said, reflect, figure out what went well for you.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you successful? Where were you not so successful? Take a look at that. Evaluate, figure out what you can do differently.
Mm-hmm.
How can you overcome some of the challenges that you face so you won't have those same challenges moving forward? How can you take a different approach to this so that it will work better for you in the future? And then the reality is, once you've done all the reflection and evaluation, you then need to take action and implement it.
Yep.
And that's what you're going to be doing for next year.
And the hardest part may be that very last part, is taking the action. So that's why, you've always heard the phrase that knowledge is power, and that is not true. Knowledge is potential power. Knowledge and action, that is power. And most people miss that point.
You got to actually do something.
Got to do something.
Once you've reflected and once you've evaluated, you then actually have to implement and take action.
Yeah, it's kind of like, that when The Secret came out with the law of attraction.
Oh, yeah.
And all these people said, okay, I'm going to think these positive thoughts about getting all of this stuff. And when they didn't get anything, they were kind of baffled. Yeah. It was because you didn't do anything. Yeah. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
same thing with this. You reflect, you evaluate what worked well, do more of that. What didn't work so well, change that. And then put it in action. Take action.
Got to do that.
Without action, nothing's going to happen. So,
all right, so
we're going to take action this year for what, 2024? More action?
Sure. Maybe that's our word.
Action.
Action.
Action. Lights. Camera.
Action.
Action.
If they need help going through this process,
who are you going to call?
Not Ghostbusters.
Oh, that would be us.
It would be us. So if you need help with this process, reach out to us. We are here for you. Let's see.
There it is. Oh, you put the thing on there. Nice.
All right.
All right.
Give us a call or text us right here.
Right here.
412-420-7975.
You can text or call, either one.
Yep. Go to our website. Right there.
Teagueofyourown.com.
Teagueofyourown.com.
Spell it right.
Yes, please. And you can see all the fabulous things that we can do. Mm-hmm. There's also a couple of links you can click on that you could email us. If you just want to pull up your email and type it in, our email address is
info@ateagueofyourown.com.
info@ateagueofyourown.com is correct. Yay!
Yay! I passed the quiz.
You did.
Woohoo.
All right. So let us know what we can do to help you, especially during this time of reflection and evaluation, and then hold you accountable for what you say you're going to do and start implementing and taking action. If they want to get a hold of us on social media, because they're on social media. Where could they find us?
Facebook. LinkedIn.
Yep.
Instagram.
Yes, you can. You can find us on all three of those, and then go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes. and you can see all of these wonderful videos.
Yes, you can.
And next year there will be more content, different content. We've got some things we're planning on doing.
Lots of fun stuff.
And yeah, lots of fun stuff.
Yep.
So we got, we're going to be creating multiple courses. We've already got that in the planning stage.
Yeah.
And so that is one of the things that we're going to be working on, because we want to do a lot more of this online stuff, because it's much easier to make contact and to work with you.
Yes.
So that is something to look forward to. I know we're looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. So reach out to us. Let us know what we can do to help you and make things better for you or for your business.
Yep.
Sound like a plan?
Sound like a plan.
All right, everybody. Have a great week, and we will see you next time. Bye everyone.